Good morning, children. Stay safely at home. So today I am just discussing the last topic of this chapter, that is electricity in the atmosphere. Now electricity in the atmosphere, first it was the experiment done by Benjamin Franklin that I hope you have studied it also in lower classes, the junior classes, that kite experiment. What he did, he flew a silk kite into the clouds during a thunderstorm. Alright, and a metal key was tied to the other end of the string of the kite, and then during the thunderstorm he got an electric shock when he touched the metal key. Now what is the reason for that? Because there was charge in the cloud, and that charge passes through the string, because string it just get wet by the rainwater, and so it becomes a conductor. So it just transferred the charge in the cloud to the metal key. So when Benjamin Franklin touched the metal key, he got an electric shock. Alright, never try to do this experiment. Alright, just listen to it, and this is the first experiment by which he proved that there is presence of electricity in the atmosphere. Now we have seen the presence of electricity in the atmosphere, that is the lightning. Okay, so what is lightning? Just try to understand it. Suppose there are two oppositely charged cloud. One is positively charged, another is negatively charged cloud. They are coming closer to each other. Alright, this is one case. Another is there a heavily charged cloud. Heavily charged cloud means what? The amount of charge present in the cloud is very much. It has come near the cloud. Alright, then what will happen? There will be transfer of charge from one cloud to other. Here you see, as it is negatively charged, so it has more number of electrons and it has deficit of electrons. So when they will come very close to each other, as they are having heavy charge, so we know that air is an insulator, but as these both the clouds are heavily charged, so what will happen? Electron will transfer from the negatively charged cloud to the positively charged cloud, and this transfer of electron, it will produce a spark in the sky. So that spark is known as the lightning. This is one way of lightning. Another way of lightning is this. Suppose a heavily charged cloud has come very near to the ground. Then what will happen? From the ground there will be transfer of electron to the cloud. Alright. So due to which what will happen? A spark will be created in the sky. So that spark is known as lightning. Okay. So what is lightning? So what is lightning? When two oppositely charged clouds come closer to each other, or a heavily charged cloud come near the ground, then a large amount of charge. And what kind of charge? That's what I have written. In your book it is not written, you must write it. Electrons flow between the clouds, or this is between the clouds, or between the cloud and the ground, producing a bright spark in the sky. So this spark is known as the lightning. Alright. Now you know that lightning always accompanied by thunder. Now what is thunder? Whenever this electric spark or the charge, a large amount of charge is flowing between the clouds or between the cloud and the sky, cloud and the ground, then what happens? In between the air becomes very hot. So when the air becomes very hot, then the air expands and consequently a compression region also is produced. So this successive compression and expansion region, what they do, they produce a loud sound. So this sound is known as the thunder. So you must learn and write this definition of lightning in the notebook, and you must learn it. So what is thunder? So how you can write what is thunder? The air becomes extremely hot during the lightning discharges. Alright, that is the what you can say, the transfer of electrons between the clouds and cloud and the ground. So as a result, there will be a rapid expansion of air followed by a subsequent contraction and producing a loud sound. Okay, so this loud sound is known as thunder. Alright, so you must learn what is the definitions of lightning and thunder for exam. Then we know that lightning is very dangerous. Okay, why the lightning is very dangerous? Lightning is nothing but an electric spark. Okay, and you know that if any human being or any living being get an electric shock, then depending on the intensity of the shock, it becomes dangerous. If it is very intensity is very high, then it may cause even death also, isn't it? Otherwise, the electric shock may cause burn, may cause damage to the, and if the lightning strikes any building during the rain or thunderstorm, what happens? During the rain, already walls of the building is wet, so when the lightning is striking, as it is an electric shock, so it will pass through the walls and then it may damage the electrical appliances present in the building. Alright, so that's why always it is advised that during lightning and thunderstorm, plug off all the electrical appliances. So that's why lightning is very dangerous. Lightning may cause harm to the living animal, it may cause death, it may cause burn to the living beings, may be human or animals, and lightning, if it strikes the house, then it may cause damage to the building, it may cause fire to the building, and it may damage all the electrical appliances present in the house. So lightning is very dangerous to us. That's why during lightning certain precautions you have to take. So what are the precautions you must take during lightning? Now what are the precautions that you must take during lightning? That avoid standing under tall tree or near the tall buildings. Why? Because tall tree and tall buildings, due to their height, they come nearer to the cloud, and you know that whenever a heavily charged cloud will come near the ground, so if you consider the tree on the ground, so it will be for the cloud, that will be considered as the base only. Is that clear? So that's why always tall tree, tall buildings, they are very prone to lightning. That's why avoid standing below a tall tree or near the tall buildings. Then second precaution is avoid holding, touching or going near metallic objects. May suppose you are during the thunderstorm, you are in your balcony and the grill is there. Never go near the grill. Why? Because grill is a metallic body made up of metal and these are conductor. So if the lightning strikes the metallic grill or the metallic body, then it may affect the person standing near it also. So that's why always do not touch, do not hold, do not go near any metallic objects. That is the second precaution. Third one is avoid bathing as well as touching the running water. Why? Because running water, if the lightning strikes the this one building, then the electricity may pass through the running water and causing a severe electric shock to the person in touch with the water. That's why during the thunderstorm, avoid bathing as well as contact with the running water. Then unplug the TV, computer and all the electrical appliances during the thunderstorm. And if you are in an automobile, then what you must do? You must sit on within the automobile, closing the door and windows, because you know that if you consider any automobile, means the vehicles, generally the body is made up of metal and the windows and doors you must shut, otherwise the spark of lightning may enter within the vehicle, alright, and may cause harm to the passenger. So always it is advised that during the thunderstorm, if anybody is within an automobile, sit within the automobile in the same position, try to avoid touching the ground by your legs and keep the windows and doors of the vehicle shut and do not touch it also. Alright. Now another one is, if you are going out, then do not use umbrella. Alright, when you are holding the umbrella, then you see the umbrella base, the umbrella will be above your head. So anyway, it may becoming nearer to the cloud. So that's why, and not only that, when you are holding the umbrella, the rod is made up of metal. So anyway, if the lightning strikes, then it may cause harm. So that's why when you are going out, do not use umbrella. And the last one is that suppose you have not got any safe place during the lightning and you are out, then what you will do? You just squat low down to the ground. Alright, keep your hands on your knee and head between the two knees, but never lie down on the ground because the ground is already wet. Clear? So these are the precautions during lightning. That do not use an umbrella if you are going outside, unplug TV, computers and other electrical appliances during a thunderstorm. If in an automobile, continue to sit inside with windows and doors shut, and if unable to find a safe place, just squat low on the ground with your hands on your knees and head in between, but do not lie on the ground. So these precautions are also important for your exam. So write it, learn it and remember it. So you see, as I said, that tall buildings are very prone to lightning. So how to protect the buildings from lightning, from the dangers of lightning? So we have one kind of device which is known as the lightning conductor. So what is lightning conductor? Lightning conductor is a device which is used to protect tall buildings from the dangers of lightning. So you see how the lightning conductor looks. Lightning conductor is nothing but a metal rod made up of copper, and it has spikes like this. Okay, and it is connected by a copper wire to the ground. Clear? Now, why there are spikes? Remember that whenever, you know that the perfume can spray the droplets of the perfume, isn't it? So here, in case of when it is spiked, then the pointed end, it can spray the charge. Alright, so here you see how it protects the tall building from lightning. Suppose a heavily charged cloud, positively charged cloud has come above the building. Alright, then what will happen? This positively charged cloud, it will induce electron at the spikes, okay, because it is the near end. Now where is the far end? Far end is to the ground. So you see positive charges, it will go to the ground. Now what this spike will do, as I said, that pointed at what it can do, it can spray charges. So it has negative charges, so what it will do, it will spray the negative charges like this. And these negative charges, it will move up to the cloud. So when they are moving up to the cloud, then you see it will just neutralize the charges in the cloud. So charge on the cloud will become less. And when the charge on the cloud become less, it can no longer cause lightning. So this is the one way lightning conductor protects the building from lightning. So you see, when the charge of the heavily charged cloud reduces, then it will not be able to cause any lightning. Alright, now sometimes it may happen that charge in the cloud is so much that this neutralization also cannot stop lightning. In that case, what will happen? Lightning will come and strike the lightning conductor, not the building. And the electric spark, it will go to earth through the lightning conductor. Alright, so you see, these are the two ways lightning conductor can protect a tall building. Alright, now what is the material for lightning conductor? I am writing only the term material. It is understood, material for lightning conductor. Material for lightning conductor is copper. Alright, because copper is good conductor of electricity. So this is the way, by using one lightning conductor, a tall buildings can be protected from the effect of lightning. Although lightning is very dangerous to us, but lightning has useful effects also. Lightning is useful for our lives also, for living being also. Why? Because you know that nitrogen compounds are very good for the and needed very much for the growth of plant. Okay, now how we are getting how the plants are getting the nitrogen compound? Lightning helps in fixation of the atmospheric nitrogen. Means during lightning what happens, the electric shock, the electric spark, it helps the atmospheric nitrogen to convert into nitrogen compounds. All right, and that nitrogen compounds are very useful for the growth of plant. This is first useful effect. Second useful effect is that lightning helps in formation of ozone. Ozone, you know, O3 from atmospheric oxygen. Oxygen is O2. How now? What is happening? This ozone layer that is produced with the help of lightning, they can absorb the harmful ultraviolet radiation coming from the sun, and thereby they can protect the living beings from the harmful effect of ultraviolet radiation. So I have noted down the two useful effects of lightning. The first one is lightning helps in fixation of atmospheric nitrogen. Lightning helps in conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogen compounds that are important for the growth of the plants. Second point, lightning helps in formation of ozone from atmospheric oxygen. The ozone layer absorbs the harmful ultraviolet radiations coming from the sun and thus protects living beings. So that's the end of not only the electricity chapter, end of entire portion of 8th standard. And the last video, this is the last video of this year for 8th standard. So although it is the last video, but all the informations within this video are very, very important for your exam, final exam. So already you wrote 4 chapters for the first terminal. Then the last 4 chapters you prepare very nicely for your final examination. Alright, wish you all the best. Thank you girls.